Good afternoon, folks. How you doing today? So one of the things I am starting to think about is what happens to real estate in a Biden administration. Now, specifically, I'm referring to single family homes. I think that is the topic that we should talk about first. I think we are going to see, some interesting things occur in the single family home market. So let's talk about that, see what happens in under a Biden administration for the next 4 years. I think there's a couple of things. One, I suspect, I don't know, but I suspect the forbearance requests and all of that could see another extension. I believe that is currently 12 months, which would put it right around March or April. It would not shock me in a Biden administration to see that extended at least another 6 months. Second, we need to talk about the eviction moratorium, which most of them, at least at the federal level, when you look at the CDC, expires on 12/31. Uh, he doesn't even come into power until late January via inauguration. So as I sit here today, I believe the CDC order will expire on 12/31 and not be extended, which means under the current rules of the CDC order, there will be plenty of evictions in January. Could I see an eviction moratorium be reinitiated in February of next year? Yeah, I think that might happen. Another thing we have to ask about is interest rates. What happens to interest rates? I think they stay low. I think the 30-year loan stays below 3%. I think the biggest change with single family homes is, I believe, twofold. First and foremost, I believe Biden and his administration are going to push for a home buyer credit, specifically a first home buyer credit. If you remember the Obama administration where Biden was the VP, he and Obama approved, I think it was $8,000 first time home buyer tax credit. I believe President-elect Biden, or Biden the president, or whatever you want to say, I believe he's going to go for it. I believe that is also something that would be approved in Congress, first time home buyer tax credit. If that gets approved, you are going to see increased home buyer activity. You are going to see home price appreciation. You are going to see some pretty big gains in single family home. The other thing that I think is pretty certain in a Biden administration is what is affectionately called the Section 8 or Housing Assistant Rental Assistant Program. I believe that program gets doubled, perhaps even tripled. I believe one thing that the Biden administration is definitely going to go for is the housing assistance. We have a housing affordability problem. We have lots of renters that are housing impacted. And I believe one of the things that we will see very early on is more housing assistance. I believe we're going to see less rental units because frustrated landlords will clean up and sell. That is going to raise rents. So when I think about the single family home market under a Biden administration for at least the first 2 years, I see appreciation. I see rental growth. I see home ownership going up. I see housing assistance going up. I do see some pullback from perhaps evictions and forbearance, but I think that's at the edges. I think those are things that hurt the urban cities who have lost their way. I think suburbia does great. I see single family housing increasing. I see single family rentals decreasing in size numbers, but rents going up. So if you're a landlord and are following one rental at a time, my strategy of buying homes today that makes sense, 30-year debt, conservatively financed, I think is going to prove to be a wonderful, wonderful investment. So that's what I'm thinking about. What are you thinking about? Again, we don't know yet, but I think the general tide is pointing that direction. We need to ask ourselves what would happen. We are in the business of investing. We have chosen rental properties as our asset. And near as I can tell, we're about to have 2 very good years. Value up, rents up, competition down. Good times ahead. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I create original content every day just for you. I am not here for clickbait. I am not here to do 15 stimulus videos and make $1 million. I want you to be just a little bit better investor every day. Join me for our daily financial news. Ask me questions. Join my Q&A sessions every Saturday at 8 a.m. Every Saturday, 8 a.m., I go live and we answer your questions. All right, everybody, take care. Bye.